Hey, I'm Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, and hi, I'm Josh. I've been in recovery and vigilantly battling the diseases of addiction and mental health since I have co-occurring disorders. We are playing some serious catch-up, so I'm going to be doing the daily readings and try and crank out as many as I can over this Labor Day weekend to catch up to what is actually today, which is September 4th. But we will be starting on August 25th with the move and school and everything that's going on. My apologies, I've gotten behind, but I will catch us up. So let's start off with the first reading from the Daily Stoic, and again, it is August 25th. Respect the past, but be open to the future. Won't you be walking in your predecessor's footsteps? I surely will use the older path, but if I find a shorter and smoother way, I'll blaze a trail there. The ones who pioneered these paths aren't our masters, but our guides. Truth stands open to everyone. It hasn't been monopolized. Seneca, Moral Letters. Traditions are often time-tested best practices for doing something. But remember that today's conservative ideas were once controversial, cutting edge, and innovative. This is why we can't be afraid to experiment with new ideas. In Seneca's case, he might be embracing some new philosophical insight that improves on the writing of Zeno and Clean's. In our case, perhaps a breakthrough in psychology improves our writing on Seneca or Marcus Aurelius, or perhaps we have a breakthrough of our own. If these ideas are true and better, embrace them, use them. You don't need to be a prisoner of dead old men who stopped learning 2,000 years ago. So that's an interesting read, and if you've watched many of these videos, you know that I tend to skip the experience part, because if you're in one of these chairs, or if you're in the fellowship, you've earned the chair that you're sitting in. So I tend to stick to strength and hope. I'm a firm believer that we stand on the shoulders of the men and women that came before us, and we've gained and learned valuable lessons from all of them. And the collective knowledge of humanity is the summation of all of the knowledge acquired over thousands of years. So, for me, I would not know the things that I know had it not been individuals who discovered these sciences, technologies, engineering, mathematical methods that I employ today in my field of tech, startups, and IT. The same could be said for music, for art, for writing, for all sorts of different aspects of life. And the same goes with AA. AA was considered to be controversial. I mean, you had two people who started it, and now we're millions strong in terms of that fellowship. When you think about it, you have Dr. Bob and Bill W., who are two people just trying to help one alcoholic at a time, and all of a sudden there are millions of us all over the world. You can go to a meeting anywhere in any language. You nowadays can zoom into a meeting. I've been to meetings where there are people there from London, Australia, Italy, California, and it's just that's the meeting that we could all make it to over Zoom. That's part of what, one of the many things that I've gained, if you can say gained, even though it was unfortunate with the pandemic. So for me, there are all of these individuals who have these tried and true ways. That's why we have the 12 steps. That's why we have these programs that we work. But the other thing that I think about with the trailblazers is listening. There are so many people who have sobriety and have maintained their sobriety and maintained their mental health for such a long time that they give what I consider to be the equivalent of cheat codes. And I'm kind of aging myself, but when it comes to these fellowships, they're giving you the left, right, up, down, A, B, start, select, and then poof, you have access to a whole lot of information. So what they're doing is giving you not only the blueprint to be successful in recovery, but the blueprint to navigate life, because that's what I've found the 12 steps and my fellowships to be, is not only a blueprint for my recovery and protecting my mental health, but also how to navigate life. So whether it's the traditional conservative ideas that we can find in the 12 and 12 and the Big Book and As Bill Sees It, or Narcotics Anonymous, or any of these daily readings, or it's just coming from listening to meetings and listening to where people are being rigorously honest about their program and explaining where they messed up, and hopefully you don't make those same mistakes. And to me, those are trailblazers. Those are cheat codes. Those are nuggets and pearls of information where it's like, if I internalize that and compare in and use that in my program, I potentially won't slip up and mess up in this regard, either regarding my diseases of addiction or mental health. So I really liked that reading, both for the traditional aspects of understanding and appreciating, the fellowships and my own mental health, but also realizing that the quote-unquote shortcuts or trailblazers, all that information really comes from the people who came before me, and them passing along the tips and tricks and quote-unquote cheat codes to be successful in recovery, in life, and in managing my own mental health. So again, I'm Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group. You can contact me at theaccountability.group. You can also reach out to me on Twitter, which is #buildinghope. That's #buildinghope on Twitter, or #recovery on Instagram. That's #recovery, or the Facebook fan page, the Accountability Group. I manage all 4 of those because this is my baby and very personal to me, and I've lived this both in active addiction and recovery for a very long time, and I know the ins and outs of the pain, and I know the ins and outs and the joys of being sober, and also having clarity of mind and not having to be Baker acted or institutionalized. I laugh when I say that because I just think back to all the destruction and carnage that I caused. But please subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch our videos if you like our videos, like them, and please use the comment section and share with one another, whether you're a newcomer or someone with time underneath your belt, whether you're creating a conversation there to hold one another accountable, or there's someone who might be afraid to share but gets to read your comments and can apply that to their program and add that as a tool to their toolkit. It can be extremely beneficial. So again, I'm Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, and I am Josh, still in recovery, and I am fighting every 24 hours for my recovery, sobriety, and maintaining good and proper and healthy mental health. Thanks for letting me share.